Welcome to Traveling Kangaroo, your ultimate guide to the wild, wonderful, and often overlooked corners of Australia. Today, we're hopping down the dusty trails to uncover the hidden gems of the Outback, those remote towns where life moves at a different pace, and true Aussie resilience shines. If you think city life is tough, wait until you hear about these places where neighbors are hours apart, supplies come by air, and the landscape tests every ounce of human grit. So, grab your hiking boots and hold on tight as we bounce into the heart of hidden Australia. A land of blazing heat, endless horizons, mysterious lights, and communities that redefine what it means to live off the grid. Imagine living somewhere so isolated that the nearest hospital is hundreds of miles away, where the sun scorches the earth past 50 degrees Celsius, and the silence of the desert is broken only by the howl of the wind or the rare call of a wild kangaroo. This is everyday life for the folks in Birdsville, Queensland. With just 115 permanent residents, Birdsville sits on the edge of the Simpson Desert and pulses with life once a year during the Birdsville races. For 2 days, thousands flood this tiny town, turning it into an outback version of the Melbourne Cup. It's a logistical marvel, with portable toilets multiplying and light aircraft buzzing overhead. Outside race time, it's geothermal power that keeps this community humming, drawing energy from underground water in a place where temperatures often climb to 40 degrees Celsius. Now let's burrow underground to Coober Pedy in South Australia, where living above ground in summer is simply not an option. Here, most of the 1,700 residents live in dugouts carved right into the sandstone. These subterranean homes maintain a steady 23 degrees year-round, shielding people from brutal 50-degree heat waves. Coober Pedy isn't just a survival story, it's the opal capital of the world. The town's unique underground lifestyle includes hotels, shops, and even a Serbian Orthodox church hewn from rock. It's a reminder that sometimes, to thrive in this harsh land, you've got to think deep. Heading east to Inaminka, South Australia, we find a tiny outpost of just 15 souls on the dusty banks of Cooper Creek. This place carries heavy history, site of explorer Burke and Will's tragic expedition over 160 years ago. Today, Inaminka serves as a lifeline for oil and gas industries, but, it still remains a stark example of true isolation. Imagine needing a new pair of shoes or a warm meal while being over 1,100 kilometers from Adelaide. Patience and satellite phones are your best friends here. The Royal Flying Doctor Service is literally a guardian angel for locals facing medical emergencies. In Queensland's Channel Country lies Bulloo, sometimes called Booyah, a town of 300 that occasionally becomes an island when heavy rains flood ancient riverbeds. The locals here have really embraced their mystical side with stories of min-min lights, mysterious glowing orbs that dance across the dark outback skies and have totally baffled scientists for decades. Bulloo also hosts annual camel races because, when horses won't cut it in the rugged desert, camels take center stage. This quirky tradition shows how these communities adapt to their environment with a spirit as wild as the land itself. The Nullarbor Plains stretches like a ghostly sea of limestone across southern Australia, home to tiny settlements such as Eucla and Border Village, together barely 50 people strong. This vast treeless expanse includes Australia's longest straight road, 145 kilometers with 0 curves. Driving here requires laser focus amid endless horizons, and honestly, scarce fuel stops that will test any traveler's wallet and nerves. The ruins slowly swallowed by shifting sand dunes remind us that nature always has the last word in this harsh land. Then there's Marble Bar in Western Australia and, it's famously the hottest town in Australia, with a world record 160 consecutive days over 38 degrees Celsius in the early 1920s. Despite the blistering heat and, honestly, some pretty relentless flies, about 200 hardy souls call this place home. That's because underneath lies one of the richest mining regions on Earth. High wages from iron ore and gold mining help residents endure what outsiders might just call an oven. On a more somber note, Wittenoom stands as one of Australia's darkest chapters. Once a bustling mining town for blue asbestos in Western Australia's Pilbara region, it was abandoned after deadly diseases linked to asbestos exposure emerged. The government wiped it from maps in 2007 to protect public health. Today, Wittenoom is a ghost town, a haunting reminder of industrial tragedy and the resilience required when nature and human industry collide with devastating consequences. Finally, deep in the Great Victoria Desert near the Western Australia and Northern Territory border lies Giles Weather Station, one of the most isolated scientific outposts on Earth. Staffed by just a handful of meteorologists who live months in total seclusion, Giles tests human endurance against freezing winter nights and scorching summer days reaching 45 degrees Celsius. Supplies arrive only every few months via rugged truck convoys over desert tracks. Here, your co-workers are your entire social circle. There's really no escape from their quirks or company for months on end. Yet their work is vital for understanding weather patterns across Australia, showing how even in solitude, these outposts connect us all. These remote towns and stations are more than dots on a map. They're living testaments to human strength, ingenuity, and spirit. They remind us that true freedom often means embracing solitude and adapting to nature's extremes. So next time you're stuck in traffic or grumbling about your morning commute, think about those who drive hundreds of kilometers just to reach basic supplies. Their lives are proof that Australia's wild heart beats far beyond its sunny beaches. Thanks for hopping along with Traveling Kangaroo on this journey through hidden Australia. If you enjoyed this adventure into remote life and want more tales from off-the-beaten-path places down under and beyond, don't forget to subscribe to Traveling Kangaroo. Follow us on social media for daily updates and behind-the-scenes fun, and visit travelingkangaroo.com for exclusive travel tips and guides. Until next time, keep exploring with curiosity and courage, because with Traveling Kangaroo, every leap takes you somewhere amazing.